AvaTrade live Q&A webinar. My name is Daniel and I will be giving you the webinar today. Before we will begin, as always, I would like us to go through a quick sound check to make sure that the sound is in a proper level and that the screen here is visible for everyone. So if you can kindly comment in the question section that you can see the screen here, and then and of course that you can hear my voice, and then I'll know. Thank you, Lila. More people, please. If more people can comment in the question section. I'm doing this check for you because yesterday we had some technical obstacles. So this is why today I would like to confirm that everything works as it should be. Thank you, Jeanette. More people. Can everybody else hear me and see the chart? Should see the chart here. Yeah, but why isn't it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so like I said, this is the live Q&A webinar, which means that you can ask your questions all along the way. You don't have to wait till I wait for a certain get to a certain topic. And then we are going to go through the structure of the webinar, what will happen in every step. So we will open the webinar with common questions that our team has gathered from other webinars and from previous live Q&A webinars. Then we'll have the dynamic questions, which are questions that you guys will ask along the webinar dynamically. This is why they call it dynamic questions. The third part will be a little more informative. I'll send you some links to save you the time looking for certain services. And lastly, analysis. But you guys know the drill. So analysis is an optional layer. That means that if we'll cover that during the questions, I don't think we're going to waste time on analysis. If we won't, so analysis is right here and we can have it on a nutshell. Any capital markets and trading information disclosed in this webinar is provided for informative purposes only, should not be constructed or applied as an investment advice, recommendation, or a suggestion. Okay, rest assured regarding the webinar, if you need to see it again, you can obviously find it in our channel on YouTube, typically up to 2 days from the moment that we are done. That means either today or tomorrow, could be today, but no guarantees. And that's it. Other than that, I hope you will enjoy. I just want to make sure because it's not showing me how my screen look like on my end, and I'm a bit worried. So I want to make sure that everything is it should be. Just give me a few moments and then I'll be back and I'm all yours. Thank you very much. Okay, all right, great. So we will begin, as I said, with the yes, thank you, George. Everything looks fine. So we're going to begin with the common questions, guys. Let's see what our team has prepared. Okay, so how can I change my leverage? Okay, all right. The market always moving the opposite direction. What can I do? Sure. When is the best time to trade? Okay, is AvaTrade providing personal assistance with trading? At least this question I can answer straightforward. How should I use my leverage? Maybe that as well. All of those things, you know what, I'll do my best. Let me put it this way. All of those questions, first of all, the leverage is not something that we can change, okay? Only in specific circumstances, because the leverage is it's decided by the regulation, okay? Something that's set. Please, where is gold heading next? Ooh, this is, well, thank you. That's an interesting question, Simon. I wish I knew, though. I wish I knew. Who knows where is it heading? But we'll see, we'll see. We'll put some analysis into that. and then we'll see where is it heading. Okay, thank you. That's a nice question. Yeah, what I was about to say, all of those questions, how can I change my leverage, right? So there is a question here, which indicators show overbought and oversold? That could be RSI. That could be RSI. Let me paste your question, Catherine. So first of all, thank you for the lovely question. So let me paste it somewhere. Here. Yeah. Okay. It worked quite remarkably. Okay, and then we have the question that we had before, right? How can I change the leverage? So the leverage is set by the regulation and cannot be changed. Unless for special. There's another question here. Oh, what did I do? There we go. Hola Chile. How can I know when to enter trade, either to buy or sell? That's okay. All right, thank you. That's a good question. I wish I knew all the answer for those things, right? I mean, I know, but I need a way to show it to you on the chart. So how can I change my leverage? The leverage is set by the regulation, cannot be changed unless for special circumstances. Yes, that is more or less concludes the topic here. The market always moving in the opposite direction. This is something I think we're gonna do last. When is the best time to trade? I think what's the question here? How can I know when to enter? Okay, so this is time related, right? When is the best time? And in here, how can I know? Okay, so this maybe correlates with that. We'll see. When is the best time to trade? We're not going to do that now. Is AvaTrade providing personal assistance? Yes. You may enjoy personal assistance from a senior account manager that can be assigned on your file after you make a deposit and activate your account. And that means that this individual can assist you with all kind of things, from analysis to a plan to a strategy to calculations, basically everything that I'm teaching now. Maybe not all, but 95% of what you're seeing here, this is something that could also be addressed by a senior account manager. Okay? Okay, now, this takes time, that takes time, this takes time. How should I use my leverage? Maybe we can work with that. Sure, let's work with that and see how everything here is it's going on. So how should I use my leverage? First of all, let's understand what leverage is. Leverage multiplies your financial ability. Means that how much do I have? 10,000 will be multiplied by a certain number, okay, and will be equal to a higher buying or selling power. Meaning, let's for instance, let me first of all, I'm already used to the interface, so sometimes I forget. But this is the web trader, and this is not a platform that you need to download or install or any of those things. You just need to use your browser, Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or whatever browser you have, and you just log into the website, and it's supposed to look like that. If it's not, you should contact the customer service and we will apply it on your account, okay, the platform. And it looks very similarly, okay, as we said, web trader, and it looks very similarly on the on your phone, okay. And on the phone it's called AvaGo, but it's almost the same. It looks very similar. Okay, and one of the things that you can see on the platform is the leverage. This is why I said all of that. What should we look at? Let's look at silver, I think. Okay, you see one of the beautiful thing about the platform here is just I can just search and I can open it, right? So, and I could search it from the lists. You see I have lists here. Commodities, stocks, all kind of interesting things that I can find manually. And if I don't want to find it manually, I can just search it and obviously pick it from the list. Now, the question that we had about leverage, as you can see, the leverage in this particular case is 1 to 10. That means that I multiplied 1 to 10. Where is our notes? Oh, there we go. That means that that we are multiplied 1 to 10. Okay, so the leverage is 1 to 10. Okay, in other words, what we see here is something called value. We have no idea what that is, but we'll know in a minute. And we have something called margin impact. Sure. What is margin impact? Okay, so to use the leverage, how should I use the leverage? Now, this question is well composed because the leverage is already here. Yeah, so the question is not if I should use the leverage or not use the leverage, because I'm using the leverage anyway. The question here is how I can maneuver with the leverage, using the leverage. There is a question here, how do I find commodities on MT4? Look, MT4 is divided to the tabs at the left upper side. Let me see if I can maybe, oh no, there is no way on earth I can send you a screenshot, but let's see if I can get it open here. The problem is, no, unfortunately that will be a hassle, but I hope it will be fixed by the end of the day because other clients requested to see MT4 and for some reason it doesn't open the way that I want it. So that means that I open it and I can show it on the webinar for some reason, but I have a team working on it. But look, it looks very similarly. On MT4, you just have it at the top. You have it at the top. You have the first thing is file. Then you have new chart. Let me draw it here. Defined wheat on MT4. Right, MetaTrader 4. File, new chart, commodities, right? And then you have agriculture, exactly as it's presented here, as you can see. And then you have wheat. This is how it's supposed to look like, Catherine. I hope that it helps. Okay, otherwise, I just don't have any way to show it to you at present. Yeah, so as I was showing, how should I use my leverage? Now, as you can see, silver here is sitting at 22.7. Now, and let's suppose that we would like to take 400 is actually affordable with what we have at the moment. So I would like to increase it. There we go. You see, now if I would want to purchase to take a buy with silver, right? So what I would have to do, let's look at the price here. As you can see, the price here is 22.7, and we would like to acquire 1,000 units. It means that the value is 22,800. Yeah. So that means that with 10,000, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, Catherine. I'm glad that I could help. Hopefully next week the team will fix it and then I can show it on the screen. Okay, so as you can see, the value here is it's the how many units we acquire versus the price. So 1,000 multiplied 22.7 is 22,800. Right? This is because it's a buy price and not the sell price. There is a difference. It's called a spread. Okay, we're not going to have a comprehensive call about chat about that, but okay. All right, so we have the value. The value is how many units versus how much one unit cost. And because we're multiplied by 10, as you can see here, multiplies your financial ability, I can practically divide the number by how much? 10. Exactly. Therefore, 22,800 became 2,280. Okay. So that means how can I use now? How should I use my leverage? Okay, the question here: how should I use my leverage? So okay, so great. Thanks to the leverage, I can acquire the position. How much margin am I using? What is my usage percentage? Guys, right, let's suppose that I have a position now with silver. I have another position with sugar, another position with God knows what, and all of my positions all together are around the same value, around the same margin impact. Yeah? So right now, this position alone, let's suppose I have no other positions, is 22% out of my margin, right? Is that a good thing to do or not? Now, this is not the exposure that I can lose, right? Let's clarify something. This is the usage for the position, right? Does this make sense? Everybody understand that? All right, guys. So all right. So as I was saying, it seems like the value at the moment is sitting at 22,000, which means that the margin that we're using is $2,200. Okay, and that means that if we're using this position, this will occupy 22% of the margin. Okay, so that means that if I'll take another 4 positions like that, where will I be? Let's see, 2.2 multiply 4. Let's see, that's 8.8. Can I take another position after that? Can I take another position, guys? No. Okay, Mario, why can't I take another position like that? Not enough money. Thank you very much. Now let's leave it as it is. If I have 4 positions, now I have 8.8. That's not 80. Yeah, that makes more sense, right? 22,000. That means 2,200 multiply 4. That's so that means that it's 88%. It's almost 90%, right? Almost 90% of the margin. Now, why is that a problem if I want to take another position? Because I don't have more money. Now, beside that, if I keep those 4 positions, what is the margin impact? What does the margin impact means? Why must I have this number as a collateral for using the leverage? But what happens if I can't comply to that number? Let's suppose I have 4 positions, everything is great, and God forbid I lost, let's suppose I lost 1,500. Yeah, let's suppose. So instead of 10,000, now I have 8.5, right? Okay, now what will happen? What will happen if I can't comply to the margin impact? Okay, so to take 4 positions, no problem, Danny, you have enough money. What will happen if I can't comply to the margin impact? Who knows? To be honest, it will happen before I'm losing the 1,500. Even if I do that, okay. Okay, so when the margin in critical level equals margin call, right? When I can't comply, when can't comply to the margin level, to the margin impact or requirement, equals the platform will close my position. Therefore, the way that you should use leverage is not with what you can or what you can't, is what you should or you shouldn't. So be aware that when you're actualizing your margin, when you're using your margin, okay, with an asset, the fact that you can take it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a wise decision. Always make comparison between what you have available to what you are using. Okay, so you won't end up using 99% of your margin, and if it flinches against you, as you can see here, when can't comply. Okay, if it flinches against me, God forbid if I would have done that. Now I can't even take this position. Let's say that I want, maybe we'll do it this way. No, still not. There we go. Okay, so you see, if I'll take this position, and God forbid I lose 1,000, what does that mean? My position, what will happen with my position? My position will be closed, right? Does that make sense? Excellent. Excellent. Everybody understood that. Mario, did you understand that? Everybody understood what I've explained about the leverage? Exactly. Not to use the whole account. Not to use the whole account. I mean, you can, but it's as I have explained. How should I use my leverage? Use your leverage to a point that allows you to maintain the required margin level. That's it. Excellent. What we have left, the first is fulfill. The market always go against me. All right, this opposite direction question. What is the best time to trade? Okay, let's take that and then we'll go with that. Okay. All right. No, that's not the question. Just a second. There we go. When is the best time to trade? I love those philosophic questions. I mean, I know that I'm good, but I'm not. Everything has its limit. But still, let's have a fun. Let's have a fun discussion. When is the best time to trade, guys? In the evening, in the morning, in the noon, in a specific hour, maybe 3:27 or 5:51. What do you think? I guess I guess that the question here is referring to the price. What is the best price to sell or buy, not the time. But if the question is referring to the time, let me just tell you, okay? When I'm looking at silver now, let's suppose I'm looking at weeks. Let's change to days. You see silver now. Can anybody tell me where is silver now? What is this? What is this? There is a lovely pivot point here and another one there. Who can tell me? Just a second. Um, This is also a resistance, by the way. Anything higher than the price, which is an edge point on the chart, this is also a resistance. Just so you'll understand the principle of what I'm doing here. Yeah, there is a higher one. We're not gonna be bothered by that. This is another one here and here. Anyway, those are all levels of resistance. Now, why am I showing you that? Silver is where, and this is a level of support. We have another one down there and another one down here. Yeah, why is Danny showing you those things? What do you think? Why is it? How is that helpful for us? Because right now, if it's here and it doesn't break down, okay, if it doesn't break down, what do you think that can happen with silver? You agree with me that there is a possibility it will turn around? Can everybody see that? That there is a possibility silver will turn around if it doesn't break any further the support? Excellent, excellent. So, what do you think? Is that a good price to buy? That's a good time to buy. Okay, thank you, Catherine. Who else thinks that this is a good time to buy? Also, Charlie. Okay, so Charlie and Catherine, you think it's a good time to buy. Now, the question is referring to when is the best time to trade, right? So, at the moment, if I need to schedule a time, it will be how can I even capture that? I'm not even sure that I can capture that. But if I need to summarize a time, I would say that maybe it's now, or maybe I could wait for something to happen, right? But if I'll take it to the time element, okay, that means that, for instance, if I'm doing, this is technical analysis. If I'm doing fundamental analysis, we have decisions. We have decisions that are built with previous forecast and actual. Previous forecast and actual. Now, if I can think of something. Let's suppose we have I don't know, Netflix, right? If Netflix is about to announce something on the let's say on the 15th. What will be the date on the 15th? Let's suppose they want to announce something on the 15th. Okay, and then let's say, where should I? Let's say 3 o'clock is an example, right? They want. Let's suppose they want to release their earning report, right? Everybody knows what is the seasonal report, what is the earning reports. Okay, so there are 4 times a year. The quarterly reports, the earning seasons, is when companies, only public companies, releasing the reports and earnings. Okay. Now, obviously, when the number is higher, so let's put down just as an example. Let's say previous. Let's suppose 25 billion. Okay, let's suppose that the forecast is somewhere there. Okay, all right. And let's suppose that the actual is, let's say 26, just as an example. Okay, so what do you think that Netflix will, what do you think that will happen with Netflix? What do you think that will happen with Netflix after the report? What do you think? Netflix, let's suppose that their previous earning was, oh, let me just put here, billion, sorry, dollars. Here you go. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What do you think that will happen with Netflix? Slide down. Okay, okay, okay. But still, it's higher than before, right? So we can never know exactly what will be the impact on Netflix unless we're going to give it some time. Now, I'll tell you a secret. Sometimes the market opens on a certain direction. Okay, it could begin with a sell. I hope I can show you that. Let me just there are many lines here. And it's not about the report. I just took it as an example. That can be even when the market is opened. Stocks US. For some reason, it's giving me a hustle. There we go. Now, because the question is referring to when the best time to trade, and I'm explaining now that there is something about the momentum. It's not that it's the time is not there. We have to acknowledge that the timing, right? You see that in 2 hours it will open. Now, as you can see, sometimes it begins on a certain direction. Look what happened here, and here is an example, and here, to be honest. You see, it begins with a certain direction, just opens on a certain direction. Let's look together at the numbers. Let's remember that guy, so maybe we can look at it on the inside. This also looks pretty good. Yeah, so look what happened here. It started moving, right? This is the same day, right? You see that this is the 4th. So it started moving, and look how far down Netflix have plunged. 426, and then what happened? You see in the beginning, it went all the way down 426 beyond the, I don't want to say beyond the support. Never mind. You see, it reached a very low level, and then what happened? It climbed all the way to 436, which is $10 higher. But where did it end? It ended here. So first, it got all the way to the red line, then it climbed to the green line, and then it finished on the white line, right? And this is what giving the market the shape that it looks, the candle, the way that it looks. You see here that thing here, right? Does that make sense? Can everybody understand what I'm showing now? Is that clear, guys? Can everybody see here that it began with a bearish and then became bullish and then it fell? Excellent, excellent. Uh, oh, okay. No, okay. So what is missing you here that you don't notice the trend? Look, uh, okay. Let's analyze together. Let's analyze together. Okay, you know what? Let me show it to you. Hopefully I can show it. Let's make it try a little more visibly. Okay, do you see the red candle here? Do you see that red candle here? This is the fourth. This is the fourth. This is also the fourth. This is when the market, before the market is opened. Look, this is the initial candle. This is as soon as the market is opened. To be honest, this is as soon as the market is opened, right? Let me try. What will happen if I do that? Remarkable. There we go. You see, now it's even more visible. It started dropping, dropping till 426, and then at some point, you see at 5 o'clock, it started to climb. See, it started to climb. We are still at the fourth. This is still the fourth, right? And then you see this is still the fourth. It went down, you see, until this is already the fifth. Okay, so we have down, up, down, right? Is that visible now? Can everybody see that? Can everybody see that? There's a slight drop in here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. No, you shouldn't be sorry for the delay. It's all good. I'm here to explain. So let's go back. Let's go back. So the reason that I'm showing you when is the best time to trade. The best time to trade sometimes is to wait until the market will truly do what it needs to do, and only then to take a trade, right? Because if God forbid, in here I would go for the buy, you see that this is a buy. This can make me think that this is a buy, but it's not. It didn't it didn't go all the way up. If God forbid I would take a buy here, look how much it plunged down. Yeah, so sometimes it's good to wait to see what the market is going to do and only then to trade, right? But it's not a formula. It's not guaranteed. Everything is very flexible. I'm just showing you for the sake of the education. Okay, so when is the best time to trade? Sometimes it's good to let the market. Sometimes it's good to trade as soon as the market open. Sorry, market. And sometimes it's good to let the market move first and only then to trade. Again, you guys will have to excuse me that I don't have a defined answer for that because there is no. Okay, there is always a good time to trade. The question is how patient we are and what price we're aiming for. The market always moving the opposite direction, right? So this is actually, believe it or not, guys, this is one of the most complicated questions that they are, because again, because exactly the reason that I showed you now with Netflix, right? You take a position, and God forbid the market. Who experienced this phenomenon? Who had it happen before that he took a trade right? Did it happen to some of you guys that you took a buy and then the market immediately went to the other direction? What cause gaps in the charts? Okay, so thank you. This is a good question. I think that we officially, oh, we still have another place for another one. Okay. Yeah, I see a lot of yeses from the audience because this is pretty common. Now the question is, why is it happening, guys? Why is it happening that we take a buy and then it becomes a sell? Let me show you. Where is silver? Oh, we've been looking at silver. Maybe I can give you something else, just so we can expand. Sometimes the search is giving me a hustle, so I have to go through the commodities, agriculture, and to pick it manually. Okay. Let me switch back to that. Maybe even this. There we go. Let's begin with that. I know that this is a tricky question, but this is the best way for me to teach you guys. Where is the market heading now? Up or down? I see people changing their answers. Is that possible? You guys, some of you wrote up, now it's down. We can never tell. Andre, thank you for that. What do you mean, Andre, that you can never tell? But it was up a minute ago, right? Quinsley down with a question mark. Okay, so what exactly is happening here, guys? I remember that a minute ago, it was higher, right? So what happened now? If we would take a buy, what would happen? We would have lose, right? So what exactly are you showing us, Danny? What I'm showing you guys is that if I'm looking at a smaller time frame, I shouldn't be surprised that the market can flinch against me. Yeah? Hola, Sheila, the market is moving up. Oh, we have one person that thinks that it's going up. Okay. But again, let me explain. The up and down, this mystery, the secret for up and down is not really either up or down. It's up and then down, or down and then up. I know that I'm confusing you guys, but let me explain. We have in analysis, we have short term. Let me just put it down just a second. Right? We have, this is CFDs. We're trading CFDs, contract for difference. Which means positions are temporarily. Right? Now, if I, just a second, it threw me out. Oh, I hope that the internet is not gonna collapse. I hope that you can hear me, guys. Just a second. So sorry guys, it seems like for some reason doesn't let me. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a tip. Always make sure that your internet connection is stable. Otherwise, it could be a hassle. Just a second. Well, for some reason it doesn't open. I hope that I didn't do anything wrong. Just a second, let me see if I can get somebody to fix it. Maybe we should, yeah, never mind. We'll just have to, use what we've got. Just have to use what we've got, unfortunately. Just a second. Let me try and get somebody to fix it for us. Hopefully I can. If I won't be back in the next few seconds. So this, you'll know that I'm trying to fix it. Yeah, I'm back, guys. For some reason, it doesn't let me log into my account. It seems like my internet connection is extremely low. For some reason, I hope that the problem is not with the facility, even though I'm experiencing some slow internet connection, which I think this is the cause. Because this is why it threw me out. What I wanted to tell you guys is that the yes, I know. I'm extremely sorry. There are things that beyond my understanding. I wish I could fix the internet, the internet somehow, but I'm just you know. Just a second. Is it necessary to use a stop loss or take profit when using AvaProtect? Yeah. So if you're using a stop loss, you have a point that the trade will be closed automatically. If you use AvaProtect, that means that you're going to be reimbursed with the losses that you have experienced, but only for the time that you were covered. Meaning, for instance, you take a position with, it doesn't matter what, and you're covered until tomorrow. Let's suppose you took a position, you took a buy with gold, just as an example, took a position, and you don't have a stop loss. Let's suppose you don't have a stop loss, right? So what will happen is tomorrow at that time, in 24 hours, your position coverage will end. Okay? Whatever you lost during that time, you will get back. However, if the position keep going sideways, this is, by the way, this is only in a scenario that you, God forbid, lose. If you gain, it's irrelevant. If you gain, that means that it reached, if you set a take profit and you've made profits, great. If the position go against you, the coverage has ended and you don't have a stop loss, you can carry on and lose on that position. So the stop loss and the take profit are not mandatory when using AvaProtect. Okay, but if you don't use them, then the position can still keep going. Okay, and you will not be reimbursed when the coverage has ended. The question by Simon, please, I want to know if it's possible that somebody can ask questions from my account. Is it possible? The only question I've asked is the first about the goal, the question that I don't know where it's coming from. I don't understand fully what's if you can just elaborate, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know, Mark. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could fix it on my own. I I'm sitting here and like I said, I just don't know how to fix it. I wish I could. I would just fix it. Unfortunately, I think we'll have to finish the webinar for today, guys. I just don't have any way to make it happen for some reason. I think somebody is asking those questions on my account. Look, contact your senior account manager. Contact your senior account manager and ask him to look into your account and see what can be done. We have excellent account managers. I'm sure they can be sorted in a brief. Okay, it's not complicated. Anyway, guys, it's like I said, it's been a pleasure to give you the webinar today. I'm sorry that everything collapsed just before we got to the dynamic questions from you guys. We'll have to postpone for next week. I'm just going to tell you that whoever participates in the webinar eligible for a one-on-one premium market review. So when you make a deposit and you activate the account, you can tell your senior account manager the coupon Q&A benefit, okay, Q&A benefit, and then you will be eligible to the one-on-one premium market review. That's it. There is a quick one from Catherine. If you don't use a stop loss and you keep trade open, can you just wait until it turns back around for you? You could, but it depends if you have enough leverage, right? Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. Like I said, I'm sorry we had to cut off before the end. And that's it. Best of luck. I hope you'll make a lot of profits, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Cheers.